Welcome to the How Can Essential Questions Be Used for Assessing Student Understanding Digital PD module. In this last segment of the module, we will be addressing how using essential questions can be used as an ongoing tool in assessing student understanding. The focus of this module will be on how can the essential question be used as formative assessment. As discussed in the previous modules, the essential questions are intended and designed to be open-ended, thought-provoking, and lead students to questions of their own as they delve more intently into a particular historical event. But how do we know if students have grasped meaning, come to conclusions, or made connections between the past and present? In Bruce Lesch's book, Why Won't You Just Tell Us the Answer?, he writes about not only ways to get students to think historically, but how to measure their historical thinking. Lesch goes on to document the need for informative assessments which would measure both instruction and learning while it is happening, using short, quick, and easy-to-use informative tools. Formative assessment techniques in the classroom helps to identify concepts students are struggling with so that adjustments or modifications can be made to lessons and instructional strategies. The essential questions can be used to not just anchor a lesson, but are also used as a powerful informal tool to help assess students' understanding of a particular lesson. Assessing student understanding should be an ongoing process throughout the entire module, and not simply relegated to the end of the module through a multiple choice test. Essential questions can provide an ongoing framework for assessing student understanding of concepts, ideas, and skills, as well as providing students with feedback. Quick Writes, an activity developed by Lesch, is designed to measure the thinking behind a student's analysis of evidence by asking the student to respond to short writing prompts about historical evidence. This is usually following the introduction of a lesson and through the use of an essential question. In using Quick Write strategy, students can be assessed informally through the restatement of an essential question. Because it is not an essay such as a DBQ, it is quick to write, quick to assess, and quick to provide feedback to the student. In using Schegg's Reading Like a Historian, lessons are provided that contain a central historical question for students to respond to after investigating several documents. Beyond the Bubble also contains activities that may be used informally to assess the student's historical thinking rather than the recall of facts. A historical inquiry may be used from Schegg's appeasement lesson with Module 3B, Crisis and Change Part 2, The Road to World War II, and the essential question, is it possible to build an enduring and international peace? Formative assessment of a student's understanding of the essential question can come from Beyond the Bubble's assessment, also on appeasement. Students are asked to make a connection to the Treaty of Versailles. Therefore, students are making a connection to the essential question. Beyond the Bubble provides a rubric for each question. The rubrics are designed to provide students with feedback and should be shared with them. By sharing rubrics with students, they know how well they are doing and where they need to work harder or improve, therefore helping them take greater responsibility over their own learning and progress. Exit slips become an excellent formative assessment, as the responses collected can indicate a student's understanding of the essential question as well as the lesson. This provides time for modifications to the next lesson, and in using admit slips the next day at the beginning of a lesson helps to determine what the students remember from the previous lesson. Lastly, using the essential question in class and consistently referring back to it becomes not only a powerful tool for student engagement and learning, but also as a way to continuously assess a student's progress, engagement, reflection, and achievement in order to adjust instruction appropriately.